Hey, thank you for joining me again. I'm excited to go over last week's changes, moves, shifts. So, as a real quick recap, this is what the toss-ups looked like last week. We had 32 toss-ups, and that's shifted. We now have, as of this week, we're looking at 31 because Illinois 12 and Illinois 14 both were shifted from toss-ups to lean Republican, and Minnesota 1 went from lean Republican to a toss-up. So this week we have 31, and in this video I'm only going to go through the changes. Anyone that I don't think will change and they stay either as a Democratic win or Republican win, I just put a check mark by, and we're going to move through this pretty fast, quick, and furious. So without further ado, let's take a look at what we got going on this week. So here's our board, what we've got set up, where everything's at right now, and starting with California 10, the Dems. I put this one on notice. I put the purple circle around that one. The polls shifted from a +5 to a +2 in the Democratic favor. However, Clinton did win this one, so I still think this is going to stay as a Democratic flip, but I think the Democrats are on notice as they're losing traction in that district. In California 25, I think that's going to be a shift to the Democratic Party. It's going to go from the Republican side to the Democratic side. The Berkeley showed a +4 for the Democrat, and Clinton won this one by 6.7. So with the polls shifting in the Democrats' favor and Clinton having won this one, I think we're looking at a Democratic win on California 25. For California 39, the New York Times Siena poll gives the Democrat a +1. Clinton won this one by 8.6. I think this one is also going to shift to the Democratic Party. As we look further into California 45, that's currently a Dem, I think it's going to stay that way. No change there. California 8, same, no change. And Florida 1-5, no change. We move forward. Florida 26, the New York Times gave the Dem +1 in the polls. And Clinton won this by resounding 16.1 points. And so with the polls shifting in the Democrats' favor, I have to move this one over to a Democrat win. Another flip for the Democrats. Florida 27 will have no change. Iowa 3, no change. And Illinois 6, no change. Kansas 2, Kentucky 6, Maine 2, Michigan 8, and Michigan 11, no change. I think they'll stay where they're at. Minnesota 1, we have there in the middle. It's a new toss-up. Trump won this by 14.9 points. The Democrat currently leads in the polls. It's a local poll by +2. So I'm going to move this one over to a Republican win as of right now. But it could go either way. Given that Trump won it so significantly by 14.9 points, I think it's going to be a Republican win. But we'll look at this over the next couple of days, what happens with Minnesota 1. In North Carolina 9, North Carolina 13, New Jersey 3. So in North Carolina and 13, those I don't think are going to change at all. New Jersey 3, there was a poll shift by 3 points. It was in the Democrats' favor by +1. It's now in the Republicans' favor by +2. And so I think this one's going to go over to the Republican Party. In New Jersey 3, Trump won it by 6.2 points. So let's move that over to the Republican side. In New Jersey 7, New Mexico 2, Nevada 3, New York 19, New York 22, Texas 7, 32, Utah 4, Virginia 5, 7, and Washington 8. All have no changes. So as we go through this, we look at these numbers now. The Democratic picked up a couple. The Republicans picked up a couple, but they also lost a couple. So I think we showed 212 for the Democratic Party and 223 for the Republican Party. This week, we have 214 for the Democratic Party and only 221 for the Republican Party. I've been stating that I think the Republicans will retain the House. At this point, we're getting very close. The Republicans, based off this analysis, our Republicans are only 4 seats away from losing the House. So as each day goes on and each day progresses and we look at more polls, we're seeing the momentum being carried by the Democratic Party over the last 2 weeks. So I'm interested to see how these next 9 days go. It's getting right down to the wire, and a lot of these seats are so close, any one of these are going to have a significant impact on the outcome on who controls the House. However, my prediction as of today, October 27th, I think the Republicans will well retain the House by 221 to 214. Thanks for joining me. I'd love to hear your comments, your thoughts. Let me know what you think, and let me know where I might be wrong or right on any number one of these seats. Thanks. Have a good one.